All right, and welcome back to episode 3 in this mini-series all about lead magnets. In the previous module, we talked through the ideation and creation and design of our cheat sheet PDF. The title we landed on was the Language of Automation Cheat Sheet. And we threw it into Google Slides because that's a tool that I'm familiar with, and I was able to design something that I think looks just fine. It's definitely serviceable. You can take a look here as I click through it. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on the actual design process because that might be something you choose to outsource, or you might decide to use a tool like Canva, and so any tutorial I gave you here would not be super applicable. But the step that I left off on was we download this document as a PDF. And then from there, we need to figure out a way that we can offer it to people and automatically deliver it to people. And that is where our marketing automation software comes in. For the purpose of this video and our business, we use Keap. It's our CRM, our marketing software, our email platform. It's also where we have our shopping cart and checkout, and deliver the customer experience to people who have purchased our courses or our membership. But the functionality I'm going to lay out in this video should be available in whatever platform or platforms you depend on for your business. So I'm demoing this in Keap from a technical perspective, but the high level, strategic approach here is transferable to any system, any marketing platform or email platform or CRM that you might be dependent on. I actually built a landing page first using the Keap landing page builder, but we wound up not using that for a handful of reasons, and instead we built a web form to embed onto a landing page that we built using Leadpages, which is a separate software that specializes in landing pages. So the web form that you build in Keap, out of the box, it just looks like this. Totally ordinary. And I didn't love the look and feel of that, but I knew that we could use that as a jumping off point and customize the code from this to make it look a little more on brand, a little cleaner, a little more modern. Now, I'm not a coder. I can dabble in HTML, but I'm not going to be able to roll up my sleeves and just whip up some code to make this look good. However, ChatGPT can. And so I went back to our handy dandy ChatGPT here, and I said, hey, now I need some help with some code. I want to give you the code and have you stylize it so that I can embed it on a Leadpages landing page. And they said, yep, sure, go ahead and do that. So I popped the code in there, and it gave me the stylized Keap form, and it even matched the MonkeyPod marketing branding, clean lines, rounded corners, and the font that I wanted, etc. So I went ahead and added that into the page that we had built in Leadpages, and you can see it looks pretty good. It is the same form, right? First name, email, and yes, please. But now it's been cleaned up from a CSS perspective and framed into this page where we can send traffic. When they pop in their information, it will then achieve this objective, this goal here, and trigger the subsequent automation in Keap's automation builder here. Now, just to round out this experience, I want to show you the rest of this page. Remember, the sole purpose here is to offer something of value in exchange for details about your leads or prospects, people who are potentially a good fit for the things that you have to offer. So everything on this page is talking about the cheat sheet, framing up why it's valuable, explaining what they're going to get, laying out the different sections of this cheat sheet. Here's that form a second time, and here's a testimonial from marketing automation expert and friend of ours, Mr. Paul Sokol, describing the value of this this cheat sheet. So once they fill out this form, hopefully they will just pop their information in right away and click submit. And then when they fill this form out, they'll be taken to a thank you page here. And the thank you page is really simple. It just says, hey, nice work. Check your inbox for the cheat sheet. Because we want to make sure that we got a valid email from them So rather than giving them their cheat sheet here on the thank you page, we want to train them to go to their inbox for it. Now, there's two benefits there. The first is that it validates we do indeed have an email that is real and that they check, and it trains them for future communications that we are showing up in their inbox with things that are valuable for them. And you might have seen that after a little bit of a delay, we also have a promo here that shows up for the MonkeyPod membership. After they fill out the form and see this thank you page, the automation then springs into action. So like I said, this is the Keap automation builder, but whatever automation tool you might be dependent on in your business should have a version of this, something that allows you to construct an experience that can happen automatically. So after they fill out that form, they will go into this little process here where we are tagging them for future segmentation purposes. We are applying a note just to log that this took place. And then we have a series of emails attempting to deliver the ebook or the PDF that we created. And if they don't download, right, only after, 1, 2, 3 different attempts, if they still have not downloaded it, we're going to transfer them to a different automation. We'll send them to our welcome sequence where we introduce MonkeyPod and everything that MonkeyPod stands for. So that is sort of the worst case scenario. If there's no interaction, no engagement, they're going to still wind up getting the additional welcome sequence with more details about our company. Now, we've got 1, 2, 3 different email attempts. If they download the PDF on any of those attempts, they will achieve this goal here, transitioning them from the delivery sequence to the follow-up sequence. So we can take a look in here, and these are the 3 emails. So email 1 looks like this. We're tracking that link. Email 2 looks really similar. We're back again, slightly different language. We're tracking that link. And in email 3, this is our final attempt, just, making sure that we give them every opportunity to download this. And there's a soft promotion for the fundamentals of business automation if they haven't previously purchased that course. So we give them 3 different attempts to download it. If they download it, they're going to then be transitioned into this automated sequence where, after a brief delay, we follow up with them just to see what they thought, to see if they have any additional questions about the content, and to make recommendations about where they can go next, which is the Fundamentals of Business Automation, our flagship course. So this is that baton pass. We're transitioning from the delivery of that lead magnet into recommended next steps. Hey, if you found that valuable, here's where we would want you to go next. Here's how you can continue making progress on the path that you are on. And then a few days after that, we have a second promotion, a more explicit, direct call to action here. Hey, if you think that's valuable, you're going to love this next course, which is the Fundamentals of Business Automation. You can check it out here. And then if they don't take us up on either of those offers, we again have an opportunity to transfer them to that Welcome to MonkeyPod baseline nurture sequence that just helps set expectations, builds our rapport and authority with our audience, and makes sure that those leads who haven't taken the next step in our progressive journey here don't otherwise fall off our radar or slip between the cracks. Now, if at any point they are transitioned to that welcome sequence, that will pull them out of this entire automation. Or if they buy the Fundamentals of Business Automation course, it stops that sequence or that process as well. That way we don't have redundant follow-up asking them to do something that they have already done. So that is the technical setup for how we are offering this cheat sheet, this PDF to people through the web form or through a landing page. And then when they sign up, when they pop their information in, that tips over the first domino in this automated series and begins delivering the cheat sheet that we have promised them, following up with them to see if they have questions about it, and guiding them towards that next step. So this is a small segment of a much broader customer experience, but this component is built heavily on the backs of automation to make sure that we don't have to do the manual lifting to deliver the PDF, to follow up with people, to recommend the next step. Automation is doing that for us. So we put the time and energy in up front to design it one time so that we can create the optimal experience over and over and over for everybody who comes through. Now, this has been soft launch. It has been tested. Everything works the way that we would expect. The next step in this process, and what you will see in the upcoming video, is some traffic strategy. So it's time to invest in some paid ads to try to get visibility on the landing page or on this asset for the people that we believe it can serve and for whom our flagship course might be a fit. So that's it for this module. We will see you in the next video as we sit down with an expert to talk about paid traffic and ad strategy, and we will see where that goes. Take care.